Hi guys, Steph here. Right, what we got for you today? Well, you can see exactly what we've got for you today. Okay, in the original case. Now, the nice little thing about this particular pen is that Bank Holiday weekend just gone, Bank Holiday Monday, there's a small, very small antique fair quite close to me. Now, usually if I do go, I like to go first thing in the morning or as soon as they're actually setting up, opened, to see if I can bag any bargains. Now, for whatever reason, that particular Monday, I had something to do, and it wasn't until about 11:30 that I decided, yeah, I'm doing nothing yet. I'll go to this little antiques fair quite local to me, which is quite unusual because I don't like going late just in case all the bargains have gone. Anyway, enough to say that when I got there, I actually found this. So it was well worth the trip. It wasn't a far distance. It's quite close to me. But as I say, it's only a small little fair. But as I said, I found this, which I looked at and I thought, right, yes, I'll have that. Now, the lady, she drove a bit of a hard bargain, had to pay, well, I thought a little bit more than I normally do. But, in my opinion, well worth it, because look at that. Okay, so as it says on the top, it says it there, Paker 51. And look at that. Not only have we got a pen, we've also got a pencil. And what we've got, let's take the pen out. Let's take the pencil out. Let's close the lid. The lid, you can see a little bit, sorry, not the lid, the box. A couple of little marks here and there, but yeah, it's right for this particular period. And what we've got is an absolutely gorgeous Paker 51 Signet. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, yes, it's a Paker 61 Signet. Some people will call it an insignia, but you're not far wrong calling it insignia. The reason being that when they first came out, the 51s, or this particular one came out, I believe 1948, 57. 48 was when Paker introduced the aerometric filling system, okay, for the 51. Now, as I say, originally they were branded or sold by Paker as the Signet, and then I believe around about sort of 1950, I think it was 57, 58, they changed the name to the Insignia. Okay, now as you can see, it's got these lines, these 5 lines that go down, narrow into a single line down to the bottom there. And that also applies to the top there. You can see the lines, these bunches of 5 lines, again, go into one single line at the top. You've got the very recognisable Paker arrow clip, as you can see there. And to the top, we've got this greyish green jewel. Now, the only imprint we've got on this particular pen, first of all, to the very front there, we have the word Paker. And then if we turn it round slightly to the back, okay, you can see it just there to the bottom. It reads 1 in 10 12-carat rolled gold. There you go, you can see it there. So the Signet, this was Paker's flagship pen of that particular period. Okay, and as I say, this one being the rolled gold version. An absolutely stunning pen. I've actually got one in my own personal collection. I'm umming and ahhing whether to actually keep this particular one, keep this as a set, but I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, you know, I think it's going to be looking for a new home for somebody, because it's a gorgeous, gorgeous example. Now the size of it, for you people that don't know on the Parkers, 138 millimeters capped. Around the barrel here, it's a nice 12 millimeters in diameter. Now, as I'm talking, you can see I'm sort of feeling. The reason I'm feeling it is that a lot of these pens, because they were used quite a lot, tend to wear and thin out this engraving, but it's still very nicely pronounced to the touch. You can actually feel these lines on the pen itself, which is a good thing. So a superb example of the flagship pen from Paker. Now this particular one, I'm dating around about 1953. Okay, now if we take the cap off, which is a friction fit cap, as some people may or may not know, there's a few little different angles of it. Absolutely gorgeous condition. Now this one, when it came to me, it was actually in quite good condition, just needed a good clean. When I actually sort of found it, it still had ink in the pen. I don't know whether the lady was actually using it, I'm not sure. But what we've actually done, we've actually disassembled the pen internally, cleaned everything internally, the feed, the air tube, the collector, the nib, etc. So everything's been thoroughly cleaned and is now like a new pen. You'll also notice the clutch ring there on these pens has this infill of gold to the clutch itself. Okay, so you can see it inside the clutch there. Other 51s, this clutch ring is just simply a chrome or a silver coloured ring, but as I say, on this model it has this gold infill. And then you've got the standard hood to the Paker 51, which has the sort of the nib to the top there. We've got the feed underneath. You can see the feed is lovely and clean. As I said, everything has been cleaned internally. And the beautiful thing about this particular pen, I don't know if you can actually see it on the nib, it's actually a lovely stub nib. Okay, it's a lovely writer and it has this stub nib. Hopefully you can see it. You can see it there. So it's very nice indeed. A gorgeous, smooth writer. Now, as I said, everything internally has been cleaned. You can see it's got the aerometric filler. It's got the instructions, Paker 51, then it's got the instructions along here. And if you look there, I've cleaned the sack inside and you can see it's lovely and clean and it's actually transparent and see-through as it was when it came out of the factory. And then we've got this little stud to the end here, but all in all, there you go, lovely and supple. Okay, but the main thing, the sack is lovely and clean, as you can see there. So it's ready for somebody to fill the pen with their favourite ink and go away and write with it. Because, as I said, it is a gorgeous writer. Now, how do I know it's a gorgeous writer? Well, when I picked it up, as I said, it came, she may have actually been using it, it came with some ink inside. So what I actually did is I did a writing sample before I disassembled the pen. So there it is. You can see it's got this lovely variation in the line because, as I say, it's got this slightly stub nib. There you go. The clutch pencil is in full working order as well, but lovely writer and this lovely, as I say, this slightly slightly broad on the broader side, stubby line when you're actually writing with it. So as I said, we did that before we disassembled everything and cleaned everything. The pencil, there you go, also has this grey jewel to the end. It also comes with Paker just to the bottom there, and if I turn it round once again, we've got the 1 in 10 12 carat roll gold. Okay, it's actually what we term as a clutch pencil, in that if I press the cap down, you'll see the clutch opens up like so, and there you go, you can see the lead comes out of the end there. And there you go, you see. So it's what we term as a clutch pencil. And if we just press it down like so, that'll pop the lead back in place. So there we have it. Now, incidentally, none of these has made in America, made in USA, or made in England. Personally, I believe they're both made in UK, because the nib, when I was cleaning it, when I actually popped it back, the imprint read Paker, made in England, and then it had the tipping material, which is BP, and then also the date of 1953, which is correct for the period for this specific pen. So there we have it, the flagship Paker 51 from the period, the Paker Signet, fountain pen and clutch propelling pencil. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this set as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And yeah, just for now, I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini from me and this gorgeous set. Bye bye for now.